A scholarship and going to college was always the goal, like even before high school, to be honest with you. I thought I was always really good at soccer. I felt like I used my speed really well, and that's a quality that not a lot of players have. So I've always put myself like I always had this mindset and end goal of like I need to get a college scholarship. The transition was actually very hard for me. My very first practice in France, I was like, "Whoa, this is these girls are playing at a speed I've never ever seen before, or played with, or played against. Like this is crazy." And our team wasn't the best team at the time, so for them to be, for me to be so amazed by that team, I just couldn't imagine PSG or Lyon or any of those bigger teams. But um, it shaped me in a way that kind of like put another quality under my belt. Like I'm more technical now. I think playing in France is very technical. So I've learned that part of my game. It's never been a strong part of my game, but since I've been there, um, I've been doing, I've been just having that more technical like quality to my game. I noticed that after every win, they really like are very like proud, and like they celebrate harder than as they do here in America, because there's relegation over there. So they take every win as like we made it another week, we're safe for another week, because you will go down to the second division if you're the last two teams. And I felt like that made teams fight harder and want to win like more and have more grit, and they just are so happy after a win. And I remember my first win, I was like, it was just a win. Like, and everyone's going crazy, like taking pictures after the game. I'm like, oh my God. And they've been doing that my whole, I've been there for 4 years. Like even my last year there, they still do it. Like that's just their culture. They're very proud to win, and I really like that about that league. Everything surprised me, but it was for the better. Like my thought process going into that country was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be wearing my snowsuit every day. I'm gonna be like riding to practice in a snowmobile. Like I like had like crazy thoughts of like what living in Russia is like, but it's honestly it's not like that at all. It was absolutely like one of the best times in my life. I was living in the city. It's very like the country is just, the people were nice to me. Like I've never experienced like nicer people, honestly. Um it was, yeah, I was in the city. It was technology advanced country. Like that surprised me because I was like, do they even have TVs? Like, like I'm just like, I don't know what's happening over there. But no, they're so like like business like minded. They're just advanced in like all in everything, in all aspects, and I was just so surprised, really. it I mean, it wasn't really like, I wasn't too scared, I'm gonna be honest with you. And actually during that time I was flying with my team to Turkey because in Russia they have preseason in like warmer climate. So we were in Turkey for preseason, and as we're flying to Turkey, that's when we got like reports like, oh, like it's happening, like the invasion, whatever. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So now I'm in Turkey, and I left all my stuff in Russia because I thought I was coming back after preseason. So I was like, okay, well, I can't go back to Russia after the invasion happened. So I had to leave all my things in Russia, and I just flew straight from Turkey to Racing Louisville, my next team, with like nothing except for a backpack on my back and my wallet. I'm always up for something new. Like I've always been like, I'm in this with you. Like this is a new club in a new like city. This is the first women's pro soccer team in South Florida. I think that's huge. There's so many girls here that are playing soccer. We needed one here desperately. So I think that was good. The whole league is new. I think I just want to be a part of like new things. I want to make history. I'm also from Florida, so this is like home for me. It means a lot for me to have my family come to my games and stuff like that and see me live because I've been overseas most of my career. I think it all started like in my childhood days, like moving around from city to city, team to team. I think I came in contact with different people, different personalities, different like coaches. Um, and I think that shaped me in a way that I really could never imagine. I think me playing overseas had a big part of shaping me as well. Just these different cultures, not being able to even speak to people, will really like develop your character like beyond ways, you know? I think I'd like tell a lot of people, I think you should live in Europe at least for a year. You know, there's so much more to life than like America. Like, you know, it was just a time to be had. So I just feel like that really shaped who I am and the person that I'm becoming and whatnot. Yeah. It means everything to me actually. It brought me to so many different places that I never would have thought that I would go. It connected me with so many different types of people. Um, I think that I would be nothing without soccer.